and we are grateful to the people of Denmark for this honor and privilege. So we thought in our minds that we should have a big conference to close the normal 10-year cycle, and I'm happy that the people of Denmark still found us worthy of being supported for BSU 4. So next year in May we're going to BSU 4. That will be another 4 years, making it 15 years. When we have that, we shall also invite you for another. This will be, I don't know what you call it in wedding. I don't know what it is. I only know the golden, because that's what I just celebrated in July. 50 years, and also my colleagues there. They also celebrated 50 years of marriage. But thank you. I'm not to say much. I'm the chair of the steering committee, and I act on behalf of the PI. I do the work for him. The PI is the Vice Chancellor, who will make a few remarks after me. But let me take the opportunity to recognize a few people, especially up here up front. We have the Honorable Minister for Northern Uganda, Madam Grace Weuchwiny. She is our immediate minister, Gulu being located here, and our office is only less than 2 kilometers from our office. So it is just right that she is here today. Madam, we are grateful you accepted my invitation. Henry, the ambassador, the Danish ambassador. Some of you will be wondering why you're saying he's the ambassador. Because we met the ambassador. Unfortunately, the ambassador is not well, so she's not been able to come. But whoever is in the place of the ambassador is the ambassador. Your Excellency, you are welcome. And also with your team, there are many who are seated in that row. They've traveled together. You're welcome to Gulu, and we shall remember this day. Agnes, thank you for doing all the coordination. I hope I have not broken protocol by mentioning you by name, but I'm happy that you are here. Then I would also like to recognize LC5 chairperson of Adjumani, Mr. Anyama Ben, is one of our closest partners. We have been working with Adjumani district very closely, both on the BSU as well as in Upchain. Adjumani local government has honored our request through the Adjumani Elders Forum. I don't know if Paulino is here, through Adjumani Elders Program, that we work with them, and they've given us a beautiful hall built by the Japanese government for the refugees and the host community. So we're going to utilize that hall. Ambassador, if you see me coming with a cap in my hand, please open your hand so that we can populate that hall. Thank you. And also, who has just arrived is the Lord Mayor of Gulu. You're welcome, sir. We have just started. And on my side here, there is the Honorable Minister, you know her very well, and then the Ambassador from Denmark. We are funded by the Danish people. This Danish taxpayer, all these balloons belong to the Danish government. If he decides to take Henry, don't do that. If you decide to take them now, then I'm done. I might lose my job. The Vice Chancellor is here. And I also would like to welcome our partners who have come. These are our partners from Denmark. One is just arrived. Susan White is from Copenhagen University. Professor Lone and Professor, my friend here, they are all from Aalborg, but resident in the Copenhagen campus. These are people. The other universities we have been working with are University of Southern Denmark, University of Aarhus, and then University of Roskilde. Those are the 5 consortium universities that came together in 2011 and initiated the BSU, Building Stronger University project. And I'm happy that the Danish people have continued to fund us to this level. I'm very grateful. To your government, please convey our heartfelt gratitude to the people of Gulu, the Gulu University, and the people of Uganda for the support that you've rendered us. If you are looking for partners in carrying out some of your projects, we are here. The Vice Chancellor will assure you. long, I'm inviting you to come and say a few words of welcome. After you straighten your jacket, please come.
Guest of honor, chief guest, the minister, the ambassador to Denmark, vice chancellor, distinguished guests, colleagues and students. On behalf of the Danish partners in the BSU project, we are Roskilde University, Southern Denmark University, University of Copenhagen and Aalborg University. I'm happy to give a little remark, but first I have to congratulate Dr. Agatha and the Gulu team for setting up this research conference. The program is exciting and very well reflecting the successes of the BSU project, Building Stronger University, Gulu University. From a Danish view, BSU has been a unique project. It has provided a platform for developing genuine research collaboration and building up research capacity, along with establishing friendships which goes far beyond what are used for in projects. What brings us together is a shared vision for establishing stronger universities, both in Gulu, Uganda, and in Denmark, and to develop our universities as change agents for community development and research-based knowledge creation. The strength of BSU, in comparison with many other projects, is the focus on research capacity building. In the BSU project, we have used many different tools, and Dr. Agatha will report on this. What I would like to highlight is our 7 collaborative research projects and 1 Access to Innovation project. This way of learning research capacity by doing collaborative research has been very efficient. For the Danish researchers, it has been a privilege to work with researchers, stakeholders, and problems taking outset in the northern Uganda. It has given us access to collaboration and under-researched areas which we would never have been able to do, at the same time as the dynamic between our different perspectives have brought forward research and insights which goes beyond what each partner could have done. I would therefore also like to thank Danita for setting up the BSU program. We can't estimate what a strong research platform, we can't underestimate what a strong research platform at Gulu University means for sustainable development in the region and beyond. So even we look at this conference as finalizing BSU 3, we also see it as a stepping stone to establish new projects and new ways of collaboration with Danita, the ministry, and other stakeholders. So by this, I wish you all a very fruitful conference.
And with that, I'd like to recognize the arrival of the resident city commissioner. You're welcome, sir. Thank you. Now, I would like to invite the Vice Chancellor to say a few words, his remarks. Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir.
Thank you very much, Professor Charles, the Honorable Minister for Northern Uganda, the Ambassador of Denmark in Kampala, the local government leadership from Gulu, as well as Ajumani, who are invited here, the management of Gulu University, represented here by the University Secretary, our colleagues from Aalborg and Copenhagen in Denmark, the chair, BSU, Charles, I don't want to forget you, and your team who have made this sitting here. The staff of Gulu University, ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to this celebration. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm David Okello-Wayne, the Deputy Vice Chancellor in charge of Academic Affairs. I'm representing the Vice Chancellor So, Minister, as you were doubting, indeed, Prof. Openjura has traveled to South Africa. He went yesterday, and he left me to take charge. Therefore, the VC is around. Thank you very much. Honorable Minister, and ladies and gentlemen, Gulu University started in 2002. Actually, it started functioning in 2003, and therefore we are around 20 years old. If we were a human being, we would be a young adult. Okay? We would have voted in Uganda for 2. We would have just reached the age of voting. Honorable Minister, this university was started during the time when this place was not as it is today. It was a time of war. The guns were not yet silent, but the government thought it wise to start this university. And the main purpose of starting this university was to expand access to higher education to northern Uganda. And this was, I think, the third or the fourth. It was the fourth university, Makerere being the first. So it was the fourth university, but it was the first in northern Uganda to be started. Since then, the existence of this university has made other universities to be started in northern Uganda. Muni University came immediately thereafter. I think Lira first. Lira came, then Muni. Then now we have been requested to start Soroti University. And therefore, Gulu University within these 20 years has grown. It has grown within the core functions of what a university should be. Every university has 3 main core functions: teaching and learning, research and innovations, and then community outreach. That is sometimes defined in many ways. Community engagement can be translation of research, all those. And Gulu University has, during these 20 years, excelled very well within these 3 core functions. Gulu University was established with a motto of community transformation. Madam Honorable Minister, you heard from the anthem. Community transformation is in our talk everywhere. Whenever we talk, we have to talk about community transformation. In performing these core functions of Gulu University, of any university, Gulu University developed quite a lot of collaborations. A lot of collaborations, and one of our key collaborations are embedded within building stronger universities. You don't clap for yourself, Gulu University. There are so many. Yes, it is embedded within building stronger universities. And that is the very purpose why we are here. We had BSU 1, BSU 2, BSU 3, and Charles is now talking of BSU 4. To me, this is great. This is great. It is because we have excelled. There is no one in this world who will give you money continuously, gives you for a period of time, then for another period of time, then for another one, and talking of another one. It's only if you are performing well. And therefore, Gulu University performed well in order to achieve this funding for all these several years. Our colleagues in Aalborg and Copenhagen have been very key. They have been very key in this collaboration. The Danish ambassador or the office in Kampala has been very, very useful in this. The local government, especially Gulu University, Gulu City now. We started with the Gulu district, now Gulu City. We have been working together. Ajumani, we have done a lot with them. And the government as a whole has been very, very useful to this. And today the main purpose of gathering here is to celebrate a decade of building stronger universities. That is the purpose of gathering here. And all of us have been party to this process of building stronger universities. Ambassador, I would like to report to you that the main purpose, besides just celebrating, is to give accountability. We are giving accountability on what we received and what we have used in this time. I just want to highlight a few of the things that we did with the funds that we received through the Danish embassy in Kampala. One, we have done graduate training and research, which in sort I would call it building human capacity. Some of our staff, I don't see the academic registrar here, he got his PhD under BSU project. We have built infrastructure, especially the ICT infrastructure. We used to have very little Mbps. But with the help of BSU, we moved on. And right now we are a lot better. We are a lot better. And without you, I would think that we would still be somewhere not where we are today. So thank you very much for that. We have developed a number of policies in this university and reviewed some of the existing policies under the support of BSU. As we develop policies, we have to consult with the stakeholders, we have to hold meetings, we have sometimes to go and sit in hotels to get a good environment for us to discuss and come up with the good policies. So a number of policies here have been developed and reviewed through the support of BSU. The details will be given in a later presentation. Community outreach. We have been reaching communities. That is why we are seeing the LC5 chairperson of Ajumani here. It's not because Gulu University is located there, but it's because he is the host to quite a number of refugees. So we go there and do some work in the refugee settlement. We have reviewed our programs, written and reviewed programs for the university. And someone will tell you that we have won other grants because of BSU. Allow me to thank especially the coordinating office of BSU in Gulu University, especially Professor Charles Okumu, who is the chair, and Dr. Agatha Aledri, who is she's the one always in the kitchen. You see, many times you get food on the table, you don't know that someone's fingers were burnt in the kitchen, unless you were there. So we thank her for that. I also like to thank Gulu University management for providing the appropriate environment for this collaboration to work. And Madam Honorable Minister, allow me to thank the government of the Republic of Uganda under the able leadership of His Excellency General Kaguta Museveni for providing the most able environment. Where you are sitting here where you are sitting, if you came here in 2002 when the university started, was a bus. It was a bus. See where you are sitting now. Okay? There is peace. We can travel to Kampala at night. Many times, most of our big meetings take place in Kampala. So, sometimes you are on your way from Kampala, you reach here at 7 and you are told you are needed in Kampala by 8 o'clock tomorrow. So you have to set your journey going back to Kampala. So we thank the government for that. And allow me thank the Danish government, especially your taxpayers. The taxpayers, I will never stop thanking them. I did this last time I talked here, but I'm doing it again today. Because they allowed the Danish government to use their hard-earned money to support research thousands of kilometers away from Denmark. So thank you very much. And Ambassador, please pass our message of gratefulness to the Danish government and the Danish people. The local government, our hosts, the mayor and the RCC, thank you very much for what you're doing here. You're always with us. We are always working together. When we invite you, you come. So thank you for being with us. And we shall always continue working with you for community transformation. Mr. Charles, as I'm closing, I don't know whether I have to invite someone. About the okay, to open. Okay, yeah. That one I had to seek for permission. Yeah. Madam Honorable Minister, it is now my honor to invite you to come and talk to your people. You're most welcome. Thank you.
The ambassador of the Danish government, the LC5 Ajumani, the mayor, Gulu City, the RCC for Gulu City, the vice chancellor and your team, university secretary, our partners, the Danish partners, and the coordinating team, Professor Charles and Dr. Agatha. I'm so happy you could invite me, because you could have chosen to invite somebody else. You invited me, and that's why I've come. So I take this opportunity to officially announce that the conference is open.
We recognize more people. When I recognized the LC5 of Ajumani, I said we will not forget Ajumani Elders Forum and their chairs here, Mr. Paulino Busso. Is sitting very close to Susan White, Professor White, because the two have been working very closely on the issue of refugees, and they will present a joint paper. I also recognize Professor Opio, who is going to be our keynote speaker. And I also recognize Professor Elizabeth Opio. I must make a distinction between Opio and Opio. One has got a Y, the other one doesn't have. And the minister is smiling because that is her brother. Honorable Minister, before I forget, please convey our greetings to the Minister of Science and Technology.
Honorable Minister, Resident City Commissioner, Mayor, District Chairperson, Vice Chancellor, guests, staff, ladies and gentlemen. I guess, listening to you, first of all, I should, since we are celebrating a wedding, I should say happy anniversary. I understood that I have been bypassed by at least 20 years. I have 30. So I know marriages can go very far. With its ups and downs, it's a very, very good thing. So happy anniversary. On behalf of the embassy in Uganda and on my own behalf, I am pleased to congratulate this program. I have a history around these things, and I really like to see when they're flourishing, and I know that that is what is happening here. Also to congratulate the organizers of this program and of this symposium, and thanking you for inviting us to participate in this. A few months ago, the embassy was also here, and I will say that it was a good feedback we got from that visit, and I'm very happy that we are able to be back so soon. I understand that this university, and you just mentioned that, is becoming a center of excellence within ICT, and that's technology, that's communication and learning, and that you have developed research around this in the partnership with the Danish universities. This symposium is a sign of good and productive outcomes in the strong partnership. You have mentioned that. Again, from my own life, I've been with Anita for many years. And the whole collaboration between Danish universities and universities around the world has evolved. There have been different models. There have been different models where interests and sort of purpose for Danish universities has been the driver in setting up. Under the Building Stronger Universities, luckily, this has been turned around. Now the starting point is collaboration with strong universities around the world. And Gulu University is one of these. And then the partnership with the Danish universities develops from this. It's also to say that from an old-fashioned way of thinking that here we come with our universities to make sure that universities in Africa and other places will develop. No, it's the other way around, or at least it's a mix, because now it's the interaction, it's the exchanges that's sort of sowing things here, but definitely also in Denmark. And I think this is fantastic. The PhDs that come from here to go to Denmark and finalize their studies, the PhDs that come from Denmark to come here and to finalize their studies. This is an example of international cooperation, of people coming together, and it's one of those that really, really matters. I can see in my own sort of machine, Danita, we do a lot of very large things. We have a lot of money, and we work with many different projects and programs. And that's very good. I believe we are making a difference. I'm sure we are. Sometimes we fail, but most of the time we are doing that. But in that, very often this thing of persons, of individuals coming together, exchanging and learning from each other, bringing that learning to their own community and also spreading that learning there. We don't have that so much. Therefore, the BSU program is really something that adds value to what we are doing. I should mention that from Danita's side, we have, of course, you know that, have been in Uganda for many, many years. We've had all of these programs. We are now in the process of developing the next phase of our engagement. I cannot say that it will happen because in Denmark these days we are forming a new government. And it's not my privilege, not my right to promise anything on a new government's sort of for a new government. So therefore I will be very careful in doing so, but I can at least say that we are in the process. We are quite far in the process, and I guess we hopefully will also be able to complete that process. In that, we will have various areas of interventions. The Danish government has told us that we have two main priorities in our development cooperation for the next years. One of them is green, climate, and that's one area, and the other one is maintaining our strong focus on refugee hosting areas. We should be better at talking with each other. We should learn from each other. So coming back to Gulu, coming back to discuss these things, definitely will be part of the staff at the embassy's assignments in the future, so that we can learn and we can exchange views on that. So, with this in mind, and standing here with all of you very cool people and very strong people at this university, Danita and Danita Fellowship Center are looking forward to continue the collaboration. We are, as has been mentioned, looking at the fourth phase of this program. An allocation of some 20 million Danish kroner has been sort of allocated, and we hope to be able to initiate that from next year, from 23. Again, we have to await the final approval for the government. I read in the paper that eventually, sometime within the next whatever, we will have a government in Denmark, and then we will let you know that the thing is moving ahead. So with this, I wish you a good symposium, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
Good morning to you all protocol observed. I am Dr. Agatha Lidri, the coordinator for the BSU project in Gulu University. I would like to begin by recognizing the presence of all dignitaries and invited guests. We feel so honored to have you here. His Excellency the Ambassador, Honorable Minister, State Minister for Northern Uganda, she's my mentor. I'm proud of her. The Gulu University management, the Mayor, Gulu City. I'm so honored seeing you here. We have been doing a lot of things behind curtain. Mr. Banya Peter, you're welcome. Quickly, I'll go into the purpose of this conference. I would like to say that Danida has been sponsoring us all these 10 years. We don't take it for granted. And therefore, this is the time for us to give accountability to the taxpayers back home in Denmark, to the government of Denmark, to the partners we have been working with, to the government of Uganda, who is responsible for this money. This money is audited by the government. The government monitors its use. So when it comes to Uganda, it becomes a government fund. And Honorable Minister, I would like to say this money was well done, well used, and for the right purpose. So the purpose of this conference is to showcase the research and innovations attained under BSU during the last 10 years. And also, it formally marks the end to BSU 3 project. And that's also to prepare us for BSU 4. We will learn lessons from BSU 3, we will learn lessons from this conference, and it will help us to prepare and plan for the BSU 4 project. And as already stated, is a way of giving accountability to the government of Denmark, Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Denmark, and the Danish people, the taxpayers, the government of Uganda, Gulu University Council, through the University Secretary and the Vice Chancellor, and also to the university management and Gulu University community. The trajectory of BSU in Gulu University. BSU was first introduced in 2011, and that was under BSU 1. We went through BSU 2, BSU 3, which is now winding up, and hopefully we hope we will go into BSU 4. Hopefully that will be next year, if all goes well. What have we been doing? Under BSU 3, and right from BSU 1 to 3, we have been undertaking support to research capacity building. And through that, we have implemented activities related to research administrative capacity building. And as a result of that, we have been able to develop some research administrative frameworks, which include capacity building of the Library and Directorate of ICT Services. And we are proud to say it has led to the establishment of a full Directorate of ICT because of the pressure. And I would like to recognize Mr. Perez, the director. Thank you so much for supporting BSU come this far. And similarly, we have also established and developed an electronic monitoring system for graduates, which is being handled by the Institute of Research and Graduate Studies. And this was done by the students. We say thank you to the Faculty of Science. We also have been building capacity of graduate supervisors to improve on the quality of the graduates, and building capacity of the library so that we are visible, using the library as a networking and dissemination point. In a special way, through this project, we established a grants desk office. We did not have a grants office. So we gave a support to establish a desk office, and hopefully we will move into a directorate. Thank you. The Vice Chancellor is nodding. And apart from that, we have also supported ICT infrastructure development for research and learning. EduRoam is available. You can connect. The ICT team can connect you to it. The learning management system Moodle, so that we can go online. And as a result of it, during COVID time, online teaching was not a challenge. And that explains why, Honorable Minister, we moved ahead of other universities. While they were making up their mind to go online, for us we had already moved. And we are not so much affected by the COVID as compared to other universities. And thank you to the management. And I'd like to say that we did not stop there. We have also undergone or supported research and graduate training. And under this, we have given graduate training support to 27 PhDs. If you are around, we'd like to stand up our beneficiaries. Some are around, others are taken up in another function. BSU beneficiaries, PhDs, Sister Rosalba, PhD, beneficiary of BSU. Thank you so much. We only have a few, but the total is up to 27. And out of the 27, we have 6 females, and Sister is one of them. Sister, thank you for being here. We are able to fund 3 PhD programs, 2 in Faculty of Education and 1 in the Faculty of Business and Development Studies. And then we have also supported development of master's and postgraduate programs. 3 master's programs in the Faculty of Business and Development Studies, 4 postgraduate diploma in Faculty of Business and Development Studies, 4 masters in Faculty of Education and Humanities, 1 bachelor program in the Faculty of Education and Humanities. This has improved on the quality of human resource in northern Uganda, as well as contributing to the human resource base at the national level. I'm proud to say the RDC Lamour is one of our products. So, Honorable Minister, when you see him performing well, the conflict we now have is climate change conflict, creating climate change refugees. We have land conflicts which have also displaced people. We have conflict over resources. And that's why, as BSU, we feel Institute of Peace and Strategic Studies should be supported through research, which will work towards mitigating some of these conflicts, undertake action research to work out some interventions to mitigate some of these challenges northern Uganda is facing. These challenges are unique to northern Uganda, and I'm happy our northern Uganda leaders are all here. We are honored to have you. The mayor is working so hard. I follow you on WhatsApp. He's working a lot. The LC5 chairperson for Adjumani is doing a lot. He is in the center of the conflict and crisis. The refugee population in Adjumani is more than his own population, and that is a crisis which has to be collectively addressed. We have supported administrative frameworks through policy development, and we have developed 9 policies. Given the research nature of BSU, given the kind of responsibility we have in undertaking research and teaching, we could not do some of this without policies. The world has gone legal. We need policies. And the US's office and the Vice Chancellor, DVC, have been able to support us to develop these frameworks. Thank you to Gulu University, management, and the US for supporting us. Pilot collaborative research and innovations. Through BSU, we were able to appreciate that we did not have a good research base. So we quickly had to isolate some fund to build our capacity in research by developing or undertaking pilot collaborative research. And this pilot collaborative research had 7 key collaborative groups. And that is already up there shown. And most interestingly, we had the Access to Innovation project, which fabricated a briquette-making machine. Which machine, I'll call it a rural invention. Many times we import materials we cannot use. This is a low-cost machine, and this machine enabled us to win the Upchain grant. And this machine will be exhibited out here sooner or later. Robert is arranging for that. Apart from that, we have also established a center of excellence in ICT. Lon has already mentioned that. We are looking at ICT as a tool for research and not only teaching. That is the difference. And as a result of that, it has made our research more effective and really relevant and appropriate to our situation in northern Uganda. And we have also developed research-based modules for teacher professional development in ICT. We don't have to take teachers to the classroom, but we introduce them to the ICT component and module. Thank you so much, Professor Lon and Tabu, for this innovation. We have been having exchange around the Center of Excellence with State University of Zanzibar and other partner universities within the East African region. We have also developed content and resources for teaching, and that's why COVID was not a problem. Rather, COVID was an opportunity for Gulu University. We always look at the positive side of our challenges. Dissemination. A number of articles are being published. Some have already been published, and a number of our researchers, lecturers, and students are becoming visible because of publication. And we hope that this good performance will continue to be sustained. And we also want to, in a special way, thank the Danish Development Research Network. It has been disseminating our research. That has been through the DDRN reporter, William Balukudembe. Are you there, William? He's hiding there. He does a lot of reporting in the DDRN platform, making us visible, and that's part of the accountability. And similarly, Gulu University has a website we use, and BSU has also developed a website which is linked to the Gulu University website. Feel free, visit the website, you'll find it there, and follow us on our website and see what we are doing. We hope it will be of help to you. And apart from that, in the dissemination aspect, this annual conference is one of the approach to disseminate our research. And from this conference, we received 45 abstracts. And out of the 45, 5 are from universities outside Uganda. So we consider this an international conference because we have representation from both within Uganda, East Africa, and our partners. Thank you so much for your support through the abstracts and papers you are going to present. Project management, I must say thank you to Danida. Thank you to the Danish Fellowship Center team. They have supported us, they have built our capacity. Today, if we are standing strong, we are standing up, it's because Danida gave us the opportunity. DFC team gave us the opportunity. Last Anne has been the invisible hand, really making us work. It was great mentorship. Vibeke really gave us the tips of how to disseminate our research. We used to only carry out research without dissemination, but they mentored us on how to undertake research and disseminate research. Thank you so much to Danida and the DFC team. Additional projects won. We hopefully feel we shall get BSU 4, which we have already, we got it. And it will kickstart in May 2023. That's about, Gulu University will get 5 billion shillings, Honorable Minister. A lot is being done by the Danish government. And then we also won the project on unlocking the potential of green charcoal in northern Uganda. We call it Upchain. That's a 10 million DKK project, and that's again 6 billion Ugandan shillings. We call it BSU's baby because it was one of our key outputs. We had to work, Lord had sleepless nights. And Anne, thank you for giving her time to it. It will have caused domestic violence. She will spend sleepless nights. 2, she's still sending mails. 3, she's still sending mails. And we wonder, does Professor sleep? What is her husband saying? It brought home the 6 billion Upchain grant. And likewise, we also won another grant under COVID-19 fund. One of it is Transforming Education, PBL Hybrid Learning. The PI is Dr. Tabu, and the co-PI is Professor Long. This project is worth 900 million shillings. The value. And then another group also won the COVID project, COVID fund, consequences of the COVID-19 on youth reproductive health in northern Uganda. The PI is Dr. Agatha, and the co-PI is Susan. The team members are Judith and Honey. Thank you so much, Team Conscope. We call ourselves Team Conscope. And they're around training health workers on how to be resilient to crisis, and especially during pandemic. And this project is worth 1 billion shillings, Uganda shillings. So, what is our take-home message? Our take-home message is that we live in a shared world. That is Danida principle. We live in a shared world. We are cognizant as a Danida-funded project that we live in a shared world. And in this situation, we need to work together. And our question is, how can we work together and partner with the Office of the State Minister for Northern Uganda, the Royal Danish Embassy in Kampala, Gulu City Council, the district local governments, and the community to address the current crisis of climate change refugees, youth entrepreneurship, livelihood and poverty, adolescent and youth reproductive health challenge in the post-COVID-19 era. Gulu University now has the critical mass to drive community, regional, and national transformation and development, given the resources. And we believe together with the stakeholders, we can work, we can partner. Our appreciation to the government of Denmark and the people of Denmark, through you, His Excellency. Our appreciation to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Denmark, the funder. Our appreciation to the Ambassador of the Royal Danish Embassy in Kampala. You are an inspiration to us. We know we have a godfather and a godmother who inspires us. Our appreciation to the government of Uganda under the leadership of His Excellency, the President of Uganda. Honorable Minister, convey our appreciation. The peace we enjoy allows us to have this kind of environment. The freedom to carry out research allows us to do this. And we will only echo that through you. Gulu University will need more funding. I'm not the university secretary. He is there. But he is the one who approves our requisition. This project has really bridged the gap. Government funding is inadequate. There's been a lot of cuts. In fact, we should say 50%, if 40. US is saying I'm exaggerating. He's saying it's 40. But to a learning institution, 40 is too big. 40% is too big. And even to the local governments, 40% is too big. It's our prayer that this will be improved with time. We understand the challenges, especially in the post-COVID era. We'd like to thank the State Minister for Northern Uganda, Honorable Grace Freedom Kinchui, for honoring our invitation. We look to you, you are our mentor. Thank you so much for mentoring us and for mentoring me coming this park. She was the only lady you will say, you will call a lady. And she has maintained it. Soft-spoken. She's our mentor. Thank you so much for mentoring us, and thank you for providing us the support to see that Northern Uganda is uplifted. And to the invited guests, thank you so much for honoring our invitation. The Danish partners, thank you so much. Even during COVID, they would bravely come. We appreciate. And thank you for allowing your spouse to be frequenting Uganda. Appreciation to the Vice Chancellor, management of Gulu University, the DVC's office, University Secretary's office. Funds were always flowing. And that's why we have never experienced a hitch. The university bazaar has always been available, but they are very strict. accountability. Mr. US, this is part of the accountability. My appreciations to the faculties who supported and partnered with us. Faculty of Education and Humanities, Faculty of Business and Development Studies, Faculty of Agriculture and Environment, Faculty of Science, Institute of Peace and Strategic Studies, the Library, the Directorate of Planning and Development, the Directorate of ICT Services, and especially with the staff and students of Gulu University. Without them, we will not come this far. And in a humble way, I'd like to say thank you so much. And that's how we have institutionalized the BSU project. It has touched the life of students and everybody. A world we share, we don't leave anybody out. And that's our principle. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Agatha has actually taken us through the BSU journey. And on behalf of management, this journey is a very commendable one. We do hope that the BSU 4 will take us even further. So we are very, very grateful. So on behalf of the management of Gulu University, Agatha, and the team, and all the supporting partners, all the taxpayers of Denmark, I want to say thank you very much. Thank you.